Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Crypto Insider channel. I am the Crypto Insider, back with another cryptocurrency video for you today, which is November 30th, 2020. And how is everybody doing? It's been a while since I've made a video. I have been in the middle of a very large move / real estate transaction. I no longer live in the Crypto Insider compound in Austin, Texas, but I have moved to the Crypto Insider compound in Western Pennsylvania, where I hail from. I decided Austin was a little pricey for my needs. I work remote, so I don't need to stay in a very pricey area, and it was just a very cost-effective thing to do because real estate was up in Austin, so whatever. I sold my house and I moved to Pennsylvania. And so I've been doing a lot with moving and remodeling, which I'm way better at making internet videos than I am remodeling, if that tells you anything. So, if you see on the screen in front of you, we have a message from somebody. Dear sir, did you die on us or just counting the billions? Some strange things are happening with XRP and others right now. They sure were. Neither one of those things occurred. I did not die, and I am not counting the billions. Before we jump into some of the price stuff and some of the news out there, I do want to say I am not a certified financial planner, registered investment advisor, or a tax accountant, stockbroker, race car driver, plumber, home remodeler, certainly. I'm none of those things. I am just a guy on the internet making videos. What kind of sets me apart from some of your other mainstays of the XRP community is that I have worked in the fintech space for 18 years. I work with a lot of what my company would call key accounts. These are huge financial institutions that many of which are Ripple partners. So sometimes I can kind of get a feel for what they want and what they're going to do and what their plans are that maybe some of the other commentators just don't have the insight into. That's why I'm the Crypto Insider. And sometimes I don't. Sometimes I'm left out of decision making entirely. So it just depends on what that bank is doing and if it hits my certain areas of expertise or not. Let's jump into Live Coin Watch and see what we have going. Bitcoin dominant, 62%. Looks like I was looking at some of the other lower cap coins down towards the list. HBAR is one that we've always pushed on the channel. Now, I know it has not seen the returns of some of the high market cap coins, but it's a solid coin. It's so cheap that I was always advocating that I would advocate to my friends if I were talking to a friend. If you were sitting to me talking to me in my living room, the first thing I would say to you is, what the hell are you doing in my living room? The second thing I would say once we started talking about cryptocurrencies is if you're looking for a cheap one that has some good potential and some good solid technical detail stuff behind it, HBAR is a good one because its board of governors are just the cream of the crop when it comes to companies. We're talking Google, FIS Global. There's a lot of really good companies that are helping with HBAR, and so I look for it to become a more common name in the future. Let's look at what's happening right now. Bitcoin flirting with all-time highs again, up 8.59%. Ethereum just killing it lately. And Ethereum is one that I wish I talked about on the channel more. Generally, we're XRP centric or XRP focused here, but I should talk about ETH more than I do. Um, I've been buying it for a long time. I sold some of it, and I recently started buying back in again. I think I bought back in at $339 after I sold my last batch. So I'm up on ETH a little bit. You know, obviously, some of my worries about ETH were always network congestion and high gas fees. As the network gets more congested, always the gas fees seem to go up. They raise the gas fees, and the network still gets overutilized. Remember when there was a dumb game out there called CryptoKitties, where you could build and collect cats and sort of breed these digital cats with various different traits, and then you could sell those cats to other people. And some of those cats for a while were going for thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars worth of Ethereum. But that game alone almost, or maybe it did crash the network. I don't remember. If you remember, you can pop it down there in the old bleep bloop box and let me know if it actually crashed for a while or it just congested the networks very badly, and gas fees went through the roof. So that kind of scared me on Ethereum back in the day. But so many other, I guess you call them sub-tokens of Ethereum, are coming up or that are using the Ethereum network, like Chainlink, are coming up, and they're just so many great coins underneath it. It's a good coin too, and as well, Ethereum 2.0. I don't know if that's out yet or it's due to come out. I think it's due to come out. There's an article about it today. We'll look at that. Where they're going to try to reduce congestion. I think they're probably going to reduce the fees a little bit. We'll see what the article has to say about it. XRP, this is our baby at the channel, and it was at 20 to 30 cents forever. And prediction-wise, the Crypto Insider, a Crypto Insider prediction, or a mainstay, I should say, it's not really a prediction, it's a rule of thumb. And if I had a Bitcoin for every time I said XRP at anything under 30 cents is a buy. If I had a Bitcoin for every time I said that, I would be a bajillionaire. If you go back and look at the videos, that is the sweet spot. Now, the question is, what becomes the new sweet spot? What becomes the new low, or what I think is going to be the low, where I can continue to buy and make a profit? That I haven't figured out yet. I need to watch more technical analysis because I'm not a chart guy. That's not me filling with the numbers. It can put people to sleep. It's very hard to do it and make it interesting. And I only know enough about chart analysis and Elliott waves and market cycles to be dangerous. So I would not want to get on the internet and represent myself as some sort of great chart analysis when there's so many other people that are doing it, that generally you can find one that you like. One that we always push here is what's that guy's name? Donovan Jolly, I forget his name. I forget the name of his channel, and that's a sad thing because I do watch it. It'll probably come to me as I'm watching the video. I don't know why I remember his name and not the name of his channel. But he does some very good chart analysis, I think. And it's not even that his chart analysis is great. It's more that he can explain it in a way that that makes it easy for someone to understand. But chart analysis can be wrong. A lot of times I think even he is a little bit overly optimistic. And, that's just an opinion. These are all opinion channels that we're watching. What's affecting the price of XRP? A few things. One, Bitcoin's pumping, so there's more room. When the tide raises, all the boats get lifted. You're getting some of that now. In addition to that, you have the Spark token about to be released. The Spark token is a smart contract feature that's going to run on the XRP network or with the XRP ledger in conjunction with it to make XRP more smart contract friendly. I think you can already do smart contracts with XRP, but it must not be easy enough or fast enough or accessible enough because the Flare network is coming out with what they call the Spark token. And based on how many XRP you have, they will take a snapshot, I believe it's on December 12th, and begin airdropping you Spark tokens. As with anything, be careful with this. Don't go entering in your private keys and words and weird websites and Chinese things. If you store your crypto on a ledger, you can claim the Spark tokens. What I would recommend is following the instructions by somebody like Tezos or Weedsay Wind, who was the founder of the XRP tip bot. They have guides on how to set up your ledger, and so that when they take the snapshot, you will be eligible to receive the Spark tokens. There are various exchanges out there that will also automatically give you the Spark token if you're holding your crypto with them. I don't think that Coinbase is one, but there are some out there, so you may want to check and see if the exchange that you're holding XRP on is compatible with the Spark token. Now, I don't know if there's any increase because of the Spark token or if this is just all Bitcoin. And that's where something like Bitcoin rising causing the price increase. That's where some chart analysis can come in handy to answer questions like that. But just about everything is up. So, there's not going to be any Litecoin Spark activity. So I'm going to say that a lot of the activity we're seeing is just from the raise of Bitcoin. Another favorite token here is Chainlink. Now, I remember predicting when I was making videos last June or earlier, I made an actual prediction with Chainlink saying it was going to break out and it was going to hit the $5 mark. So this is why I don't like to make predictions. They're usually wrong one way or the other. So my prediction is technically right. It did break $5, but it over broke $5. It broke $10. It broke, and my prediction was not based so much on technical analysis as just trends in history of and use case of Link. There were a lot of places starting to use the oracles. I believe what Link does is it lets you connect various networks together using their oracles to communicate. So if you had like an old banking system that ran on Novell or some old obscure platform, you might be able to API it or what's that word? You may be able to connect with it with Oracle and talk betwixt the two networks with using links. So that's one I had my eye on because there are a lot of legacy systems in banking. I know that for sure, just from my career in the fintech industry and seeing who's using what and kind of groaning when I have to try to get into one of those old systems. Stellar is just about doubled in price, maybe more than doubled over the past month. It's one I believe was started by a Ripple guy, Jeb McCaleb, Jeb, I think it was that guy, who started XLM. I do have some, just because it was so cheap when I bought it. It was 6 cents or something like that. When I see a top cap coin that's that cheap, I'll generally pick some up. Just because it's cheap, you can get a lot of them. If it happens to blow up, then you win, of course. in multitudes. You win many times over because it was so cheap and you were able to get it at such a low price point. If I made videos and I looked at the price being 6 cents every day and it went up to $6,000, I would kill myself if I had not bought some. So, well, I probably wouldn't actually kill myself. Tezos is another one we like. Tezos we like because of the staking. You can stake Tezos, you can stake it with exchanges, you can stake it with Coinbase, but I would not recommend staking Tezos on Coinbase and probably many other exchanges, simply because you're not going to get the return that you are if you have a Ledger Nano or a Series X, or maybe that's the Xbox. What am I thinking about right now? I know there's a Ledger Nano. I have the Ledger Pro, and I keep my Tezos on there because you can stake from there, and the rewards are a lot higher. I think I'm staking at something like 5.9 or 6%. But I have been buying Tezos. It hasn't seen quite the run up percentage-wise that a lot of these other coins have in the top 10. All right, so let's jump out of this and jump into some of the news. After Ripple exec declares Bitcoin maximalism over, XRP price surges. This is by Turner Wright 18 hours ago. I think the days when folks believe that there's only going to be Bitcoin, I think, are over, said Ashish Barla. Well, I don't know who Ashish Barla is. They'll probably tell us. RippleNet General Manager Ashish Barla called Bitcoin a pretty innovative alternative to gold, but added that 2020 has shown there was room for a lot of tokens in the crypto space. There are. Bitcoin, if you're new to the channel or new to cryptocurrency, Bitcoin is kind of the Model T Ford of cryptocurrency. It does one thing fairly well, and to make it do other things, they have to jump through all sorts of hoops. It's very resource intensive to mine Bitcoin because it is just the difference in the network compared to a Bitcoin to an XRP. All the XRP were issued at inception, whereas Bitcoin are continually mined. And that takes a lot of power. I think something like 1% of the world's power goes to mining Bitcoin. So it's like the Model T Ford of cryptocurrencies. It's the first one. It's the brand name. It's the one everyone knows. But it is not necessarily the best, and it does not do things the way that these other coins, like I'm saying, you can stake Tezos and earn a reward from it. You can't really do that with Bitcoin. You might be able to lend it somehow through some means, but you can't really stake it. I don't think that it's great for smart contracts. I believe it might be able to do them now with some of the Lightning upgrades to the network, but it's generally not what new innovative companies are going to go to if they need a crypto solution. I agree with Ashish Barla saying there is room for these other alternative coins, but I also agree with Garlinghouse saying 95% of the crypto space is going to consolidate or disappear because there are a lot of stupid coins. There is a Trump coin. There's anybody that has a few computers they can use as a server pretty much can issue a cryptocurrency. And so there are 5,000 plus of these altcoins. A lot of them are going to find no utility and disappear. Some of them already have. Some of them were just pump and dump scam sort of things. So if you're investing, do your research if you're new to the space on the coins that actually have a utility and a demand. That's pretty much where I would start if I was new to buying cryptocurrency. And here is the article of death from Forbes. Bitcoin, Ethereum, Ripple's XRP, Litecoin, and Chainlink suddenly bounced back because we had a little bit of a dip last week. The Bitcoin price climbed to over 18,000 per Bitcoin after crashing to around 16,000 on Thursday. And the other coins recorded even wilder swings. I include a Forbes article. It's Billy Bambro, and I know we've covered him before because usually when Forbes comes out and reports something good for a cryptocurrency, the price tanks immediately. I don't know why that happens or why there's an inverse reaction, why there's a Forbes curse, but historically, you can find many examples of that. I think you're going to start seeing people get into XRP, and it would be interesting to see what some of the Bitcoin maxis, some of the more militant ones like Tone Vase, is thinking after they've seen the performance of XRP over the past month. Now, I'm like anyone else. I can't predict that it's going to continue or continue as strongly as it has. But I do think we're going to be in a place, like I said at the beginning of the video, where we're looking for new lows. We're looking for what the new normal is going to be or the new buying opportunity. And I'm kind of holding off buying more XRP until I know for sure. Now I'll dollar cost average in and, a few bucks per paycheck regardless of what the price is. It's kind of irrelevant to me. But if I was going to buy a large sack, then I would definitely have to do more research search than normal. But a mainstay here at the channel is anything under 30 cents is a buy. Will it ever get back to that point? I don't know. I honestly don't know. I need to locate what that new normal is. Here's our article on Ethereum 2.0, less is more and more is coming. 2.0 is no longer about just the potential to bring Ethereum to a much more diverse audience than ever before. What does it bring to the table? In a nutshell, it is a multi-year plan to improve the scalability, security, and programmability of Ethereum without compromising on decentralization. Under what Vitalik Buterin refers to as a roll-up-centric Ethereum, will soon be able to scale around 3,000 transactions per second with roll-ups alone, without ETH2, and up to 100,000 transactions per second once Ethereum 2.0 Phase 1 comes along, through the use of sharded chains with data storage. Also, you're going to be able to stake Ethereum, and this article is going to talk about it. Now, I think if you wanted to stake it privately with your own wallet, the exchanges may be able to break it down to user. But if you wanted to do it on your ledger, just by yourself, you probably would need a certain amount of Ethereum, probably 16 or 30. I forget what it was. After experiencing the summer surge in gas fees, which I was talking about earlier, which sometimes even surpassed 450, how do you say that? Gwei, it is clear that scalability improvements cannot come soon enough. The coming improvements will not only significantly lower the barrier to entry to otherwise prohibitively expensive smart contracts, but also provide a whole new array of opportunities for developers to combine Ethereum's composable money Legos in ways that were previously infeasible. And I will be perfectly honest with you, I do not know what a money Lego is, so maybe I'll click that link after the video. So upgraded security. If someone has the means to perform a 51% on attack on a proof of work network, they can continuously perform these attacks even after the chain's soft forks. So it looks like they're going to implement proof of stake. So they're going to have penalties for validators acting in a provably destructive manner, and they will be penalized, some or all of their financial stake. That's going to be interesting to see. The end result is that an attacker cannot attack the chain without incurring a significant financial loss, and a lot of that alone will do it, but there still are people that will attack networks simply to attack networks, even if there's no real financial gain. So proof of work does not have an equally impactful in-protocol financial disincentive. So it's going to be interesting to see what Ethereum 2 brings to the table. The Ethereum Foundation is building a dedicated security team for Ethereum 2 to ensure the robustness and safety of the upgrade. So we're gonna see a more scalable Ethereum. It's good news for Ethereum, in my opinion, if all this stuff is rolled out as expected. Now, I thought they were going to roll it out sooner, and let me just scroll through the article here. Maybe they, after this week's confirmation for December 1 launch, and with roll up, Ethereum could really bounce. Maybe this good news will be a sort of a catalyst for the price. Now, news doesn't always drive prices. We've seen with XRP for years, but sometimes it does. But usually, you need some sort of real world translation of that news. So if the rollout goes well and everything is working and things are faster and fees are reasonable, I would see no reason why Ethereum would not continue to rise. Especially if Bitcoin is rising. So if you have any, I would say don't sell now. I don't know. I'm not a financial advisor, but I would wait and see what happens with it, because we're nowhere near the all-time high of Ethereum. Anyway, that's me running my breath for a long time now. Thanks for joining. Thanks for watching. If you like the video, subscribe. Join up, click the bell, whatever it is that people that watch videos have to do that stuff, and you will get notified of future videos. Thanks for watching, goodbye, and I will probably be back soon, I hope.